JoLynn Braley Show, episode number 66. One Thought Shift for Weight Loss, episode number 4. What can you do to 10x your commitment to permanent weight loss? Welcome back to the JoLynn Braley Show with permanent weight loss coach JoLynn Braley. That's me. I coach smart, successful women and a few cool men to struggle-free weight loss in 8 weeks or less by following my proven step-by-step system, the Inner Self Diet. The diet that is not a diet. I have been doing this since 2009 and it works every time. But it only works for those who do it. You've got to actually get in the Inner Self Diet, do the steps in order to end all of your food and weight struggles in 8 weeks or less. Struggles like emotional eating, binge eating, yo-yo dieting, self-sabotage, low self-esteem, scale obsession, food obsession, whatever the problem is that is keeping you overweight and out of control with food and your body. These frustrating, fat-creating, unhealthy behaviors are healed and released in 8 weeks or less in my proven step-by-step coaching system in which I personally guide my amazing clients through my proven steps in real time over the phone. And what is very important is that all of those unhealthy behaviors that keep your body fat, they are replaced with healthy, empowering, awesome behaviors that will give you the body that you've always wanted. And you are going to love today's special edition episode of the JoLynn Braley Show, delivered to you in 10 minutes or less. Today, you are going to get a one thought shift for weight loss. Yes, delivered to you in the form of a question. So, to get the most out of this completely free weight loss podcast episode, grab pen and paper right now and write the question down that you're going to get, and then write your answer down to the question. There is a connection that occurs between the head, the hand, and the heart when you write pen on paper. You do not get that connection if you type on a keyboard. You absolutely don't get that connection if you only listen. So why not take full advantage of this completely free weight loss podcast? Grab your pen and paper now, and let's find out what today's one thought shift for weight loss is. What exactly can I do to 10x my commitment to permanent weight loss? This is the question that you are writing down, pen on paper, and then write the answer down. In fact, make a list of 5 things that you can do to 10x your commitment to permanent weight loss. All right? And the way that you want to write the question down is, what exactly can I do to 10x my commitment to permanent weight loss? Now, by the way, if this is your first time listening to one of the special edition episodes of the JoLynn Braley Show, this is episode number 4 of the One Thought Shift for Weight Loss. All right, it's episode 66 of the whole show, but the specific One Thought Shift for Weight Loss, this is episode number 4. If this is your first time listening in to a One Thought Shift for Weight Loss episode, I recommend that you go back to the first one and then listen in order, because each of these episodes are building upon the next. And this episode here, this question, directly relates to the previous 2 questions. So, what can I do to 10x my commitment to permanent weight loss? Write 5 things down, a minimum of 5 things down that you can do now to 10x your commitment to permanent weight loss. What does 10x mean? Well, there's actually a book written by Grant Cardone called The 10x Rule, and what I will do is I will give you a link to that book so that you can purchase it on Amazon if you'd like to, and that will be included in the post on fearlessfatloss.com. If you are listening to this podcast on iTunes or on Stitcher or someplace else outside of fearlessfatloss.com, you can go to fearlessfatloss.com and fearlessfatloss.com/blog, and in the search box, just type in 066 and then press enter, and then that should take you to this episode of the JoLynn Braley Show, and then you can get the full text of the episode, the notes, and you can get the link to the book that I'm talking about if you would like to get it and read it. And basically, what it means to 10x anything in your life is it is Grant Cardone's theory and his experience in his life that in order to really reach an outstanding goal, you have to look at it as it's going to take 10 times more commitment, 10 times more action to actually reach that goal than you are thinking it's going to take right now. Now, when you 10x your commitment to permanent weight loss, that means that you are really upping your game of commitment to achieving permanent weight loss, okay? And why would you want to do this? Because unfortunately, in the United States today, it is easier to be average than it is to be exceptional because most people are living average lives. They're staying in their comfort zone. Unfortunately, today means that if you're average, you're overweight or obese, unfortunately. So if you want to achieve permanent weight loss, that means that, number one, the root of your emotional eating, your binge eating, your yo-yo dieting, your self-sabotage, food addictions, food obsessions, scale obsessions, body hate, body shame, negative self-talk, whatever your problems are that are keeping you fat, frustrated and fed up, the root of those actions, those behaviors, those ongoing patterns, the root of that needs to be healed. Okay? You probably don't know how to do that on your own. You probably don't even know what the root is. Therefore, I highly recommend that you get coaching. All right? Anybody who has achieved great success in any area of their life, they've gotten coaching to do it. All the smart people know this. All right? The way of the average person is to avoid coaching and to just keep doing what you've always done. But then you'll keep struggling with food and your weight, and it totally sucks to do that. I mean, just imagine if you could really stop the overeating, if you really could stop your urges to binge eat, to emotionally eat, if you really could stop stuffing yourself and do it without struggle, then what would stop you from losing weight and keeping it off forever? If you no longer had those problems, what would be the problem? Right? If you could just live healthy and fit without a struggle, how would you feel? How exciting would that be? These are the results that my coaching clients get when I coach them through my proven system, the Inner Self Diet, in real time. I actually hold their hand virtually over the phone and coach them in real time to the end of their food and weight struggles in 8 weeks or less. It is pretty exciting. At least that's what they tell me. That's what they've been telling me since I've been doing this work since 2009. Okay, so it is extremely important that you are majorly committed to achieving permanent weight loss because, after all, you don't want to just lose weight, right? Don't you want to lose weight and keep it off? Isn't it very painful to lose weight and then gain it back and do that over and over and over again? I mean, at least in my experience, that really sucked. So I would not wish that on anyone. Wouldn't wish it on you either. All right, so get clear on at least 5 ways that you can 10x your commitment to permanent weight loss. Get them all written down, pen on paper after you write today's question down. And I'll give you a hint. You got to make sure that 2 of the things that you have on your list is that you've got a coach, a high level, very highly skilled coach who can help you get, number 2, a weight loss mindset, because a weight loss mindset is 92.8% of the challenge of achieving permanent success with your weight. Without that mindset, you will continue to struggle. And it just totally sucks to do that because, I know what that's like. It's horrible. On the flip side, like I asked you earlier a few minutes ago, just imagine if you could just live healthy and fit without it being any big deal. That result comes from a weight loss mindset. Make sense? All right. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of the JoLynn Braley Show. This has been episode number 66, and it has been episode number 4 of the One Thought Shift for Weight Loss series that I'm doing for you special. And next week, tune in for episode number 67 of the JoLynn Braley Show. That will be a full episode of the JoLynn Braley Show, and the topic will be a very hot topic. 3 things to say when someone calls you fat. Ack! You want to tune in for that so you can be prepared if anybody ever says that to you. Hopefully they don't, but I'm going to give you 3 things that you can say if somebody says that to you. By the way, if you have not already gone over to get my free 5-day e-course, you want to grab that now. Why? Because it'll help you answer the question, is your mindset fit or fat? Critical question that you've got to answer if you want to end the struggle with food and your weight. And you can get that at www.mypodcastbonus.com. I'm JoLynn Braley, permanent weight loss coach, founder of The Diet That Is Not a Diet, the Inner Self Diet, and I wish you your best life while living inside of your ideal body without struggle.